Welcome into the recap of the Cubs' 6-3 win over the Mets tonight in New York. Take that, Mets fans! How about sweeping away the Mets in a 3-game series? Monday, Tuesday, beat Jacob deGrom. Wednesday, beat David Peterson, who lasted 1/3 of an inning as the Cub bludgeoned him. That's right, 6 runs, top of the first. Thanks for coming. Have a good night, New Yorkers. That's right, the Cubs played a really stellar first inning, and that's all they needed. They got run-scoring doubles from Franmil Reyes, P.J. Higgins, Michael Hermosillo. They got 5 excellent innings out of Drew Smyly, who punched out 5, gave up 2 runs, 1 earned, turned it over to the bullpen, and the only other run that New York was able to get was a Pete Alonso home run. No shame there. That dude is a beast off Michael Rucker. And Mark Leiter Jr. closed it on down. Look, the Mets knew going into the game that the Braves, who they were tied with when the day began, had already lost in San Francisco, and I'll get to that game in a minute because it has a Cubs tie, and they couldn't find a way to beat the Cubs. Not one time in the 3-game series. So, again, they're going to the playoffs. The Cubs are not. That said, I have continually said davidross is an excellent manager. Those of you that have ever been critical of him, look at his roster. Look at the talent level of the roster this dude has to manage each and every night. Oh, and by the way, at the deadline, they traded away 4 of his better relievers. It's just a fact that he gets his guys to play hard. They respect him. He's a solid strategist. If you give the guy some talent, he has a chance to be a hell of a major league manager. But tonight, the Cubs got solid starting pitching like they did throughout the series. They bludgeoned them in the first. Ball game over. Mets stay tied with the Atlanta Braves. You believe that? The Mets are probably going like, how in the H did we just get swept at home by the Cubs? And how did they beat Jacob deGrom? Take that. Also, the Braves lost in San Francisco today. Carlos Rodon started that ball game, had to leave with a blister and a cracked fingernail. They said nothing else seriously wrong, and they expect him to make his next start. That's according to Gabe Kaplan, the Giants manager. Look, they're under 500. They're not going to the playoffs. I wouldn't be shocked if he missed his next start, but this dude's headed to free agency. He wants to make sure he is healthy and ready to go and doesn't do anything that can cause a problem because he's had shoulder surgery and elbow surgery in his career as a White Sox pitcher. And what I reported yesterday, I confirmed again today. He absolutely has interest in the Chicago Cubs, as does Trey Turner, as does Xander Bogaerts. I still would like to see them get in on Aaron Judge, but I think he's probably going to end up staying with the New York Yankees. Have a great rest of your night. Cubs get the day off tomorrow, and then they have the Rockies on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at beautiful Wrigley Field. And make sure you send those emails if you want in. When we hit 10,000 subscribers, we crossed 9,000 today. So I would imagine in the next week we'll hit 10,000. I'll give away another 70-inch TV from Apt Electronics in Glenview. Send an email. Please enter me in the contest. That's it. And it's REKAP, R-E-K-A-P, at davidkaplan.com. Have a great rest of your night. Smash that subscribe button. How about my W flag? Isn't that awesome? My friend Sean Keneally made that for me. Made that. Lights up. Fly the W. Take that.